Hello and welcome to Dragon Age. So in the last episode we were looking through our items, selling some stuff, making some monies. And on this episode we'll be talking with our companions in the camp and giving some gifts. So, oh, that was not a gift, but yeah, we'll be using that. Alright, so let's see how it goes. Hello, puppy.
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
Hey. Oh, I'm sure exaggerating.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah, let's go. Do it. Maybe
Excellent.
doesn't like that much.
I will get my soaps, and the dog shall have his bath after supper.
It'll be fine. He walks still happily. Let's just pet him. Où je peux? Où je dogo? Okay, so I guess that's it. Okay, nice talk, Magalhes. Oh, actually, maybe get the gift for you, right? Beef bone. Magalhes. Take it. Okay. Alright. Do the same trick, rolling on the floor. Yeah, life's good, right? Right, cool. So I guess the gift for the dog doesn't do much. Okay, let's go to Alistar.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
So we talked about being Templar. So, a second. I think we already checked all of those. So let's try actually maybe. Do we have any gift that we want to give to Alistar, like a painting? Do you want?
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Do you want a small gold bar
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
in the runestone?
Is that for me? Really?
Oh, I like that one.
Wow.
Nice. Minor constitution. Okay, cool. Let's see if you have more.
Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
So is that okay, we have something new. So if you're raising the chanted, have you never, if you know what I mean?
Never what? Had a good pair of shoes?
You know what I mean.
I'm not sure I do. Have I never seen a basilisk? Ate jellied ham? Have I never licked a lamppost in winter?
Thanks.
Oh, so that's what we're talking about. Well, if you really want to know, you tell me first.
That's how it goes. So, of course no, not of course, but many, many times.
And apparently you have no shame as well. Well, all right, I'll play along. I myself never had the pleasure. Not that I haven't thought about it, of course. But, you know.
Okay. So you never had the opportunity?
Well, living in the Chantry is it's not exactly a life for rambunctious boys. They raised me to be a gentleman. That's not so bad, is it?
Not really, no. Just curious.
I've no urge to rush into anything. We may not even survive what is to come, after all. Enough. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's go.
Alright. So, Alistar, I guess I'm not your type, but feel free to tell me what you like in the camp so we don't compete for the same girl, you know? Let me know if you are. Yeah, just me and Magalhes are off limits, okay? Okay. So, yeah. Maybe let's talk with Leliana.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
I think we talked about the Chantry Cloister, so tell me a tale, Leliana.
Alright, it is my job to spin yarns after all.
Do you have anything again? We talk about Flamet. I think we heard about Stars of a Relay. And there was another story I went to hear.
Which one?
Let's maybe... What do you know about Andraste? Not sure if you told this one, but let's hear it.
Andraste was the Maker's chosen. The Maker had long since abandoned the world when the sound of her singing turned his ear. Beauty, grace, and wisdom enraptured him, and he offered to take her from this flawed world to become his divine bride. But Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him. Instead, she beseeched the Maker to return to his people once more. So earnest was her plea that the Maker was moved, and promised that he would create a paradise on earth if all abandoned their false gods and turned once more to him. And this is why Andraste began her exalted march on the idolaters of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemies. Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her victories converted many to the worship of the Maker.
Nice. So tell me how Andraste died?
Alas, it was the frailties of men that betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly husband, Maferath, a chieftain of the Alamari tribes himself, grew jealous as his wife's popularity and influence overshadowed his own. She was also revered as the Maker's betrothed, and Maferath began to see their own bond waning in significance as Andraste became ever more devoted to the Maker. Out of envy and spite, Maferath made a pact with the Archon Hissarian of Tevinter, allowing his beloved Andraste to be ambushed and captured. Andraste was burned at the stake in Minrathous, the capital of Tevinter.
Oh. So why did the Maker not save her with his powers?
I have thought on this too. Did he withdraw his sight from her at that moment? Where were all the powers he bestowed upon her? This question has come to me many times, and I have no answer. Perhaps there was no way for Andraste to return to the Maker but through her death. We will never know for sure.
Interesting. Cool. So, yeah, tell me something about the Dalish.
I have heard a little about how the elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, the elves joined her cause to fight their masters. The great elven leader, Shatan, born in captivity, rose up to lead his people. He foresaw a future where the elves were free. Shatan was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free of the Imperium. The elves claimed the Dales in the south and settled there in the land of their own.
Nice. It didn't last, okay.
The elves lived in the Dales for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of no chantry. This angered the chantry, and the hostility between the two factions finally broke out in open war. The chantry says the elves struck first, but I do not know whether to believe it. The chantry declared a wholly exalted march against the elves, named for Andraste's similar march against Tevinter. During the exalted march of the Dales, the elven cities were sacked, and the elven state completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fates and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens. But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became homeless wanderers. There were the elves of the Dales, the Dalish.
I see. Okay, so the Dales, it was their place before, now they are just in the wild. Gotcha. Cool, so we know about Andres and the Maker, and that's just dead. Let's just move on. Thank you for the stories, Leliana. Do we have any gift for you? And do you want a Chantry amulet? Maybe?
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
You do like that. So some study about Harley, maybe you also like it?
Why, thank you so much.
Well, I guess. So as you can see, sir, sometimes it's +1, sometimes it's +5. I think it's +5 is if you give something that she really likes. Can I sort this by type? I can. Okay, so those are the gifts. Oh, maybe I give you a silver chain.
Why, thank you so much.
Okay, but at least it's 30. I also got some Codex update. Okay, not sure if takes care to when the loading consists. Symbol of undressing blessings. Cool, so skill acquired. So we got the bonus to cunning, which is always nice. Let's see if we can talk a bit more now.
Something I can help with?
And I'd like to talk you.
Yes?
Talk with you.
What's on your mind?
Okay, I guess we have some options. So why did you decide to come to Ferelden?
My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
Nice. Okay, so what happened to your mother?
Mother died when I was very young.
Mm.
Lady Cecilie let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecilie than my mother.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You're young, it's understandable.
Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andrastis Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on.
Alright. So, yeah, if you want to move on, we'll talk a bit later. Okay, nice. Let's maybe leave Wayne to the end. Wynne? I think it's Wynne. To the end since we never talked with her. So yeah, let's go to Morrigan first. And actually for Morrigan, let's give her special gift first, which is the Black Grimoire that we found on the tower. It says Morrigan would want to take a look at this.
What? You found Flemeth's grimoire? Ever since we discovered the condition of the Mage's Tower, I had wondered if it might be recoverable, but I had yet to speak of it to you. How fortunate that you found it on your own. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
Nice. What, did I even get a kiss? You're welcome.
I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
Bam. Flemeth's Grimoire. And we got a quest, so we found Flemeth's tome and give it to Morrigan. She seems quite eager to start studying it, and the maker only knows what she'll learn from it. Nice, we have a companion quest. Cool. So let's chat a little bit, shall we?
I await your command.
Oh my, you start to like me. Nice. Yeah, I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry?
You are very cute to ask so many questions.
Oh, she seems very, very interested. I'm glad you think so.
And I am glad you are so glad. My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistar, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
Nice. So you really had no trouble with them?
I am unsure. I was too young to understand, and perhaps 'twas bravado on Flemeth's part, or perhaps she was merely amused. I will never know. Flemeth would warn them, once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Oh my. So Flemeth used you as bait?
'Twas a game, and I a young girl. If I didn't get to play, I would have been very upset.
Fair
Thankfully,
point.
the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
Nice. So, do you still think that was fun?
I think that my mother made it fun so that a child did not learn to fear. And I think that it was necessary.
Okay,
There
fair
are no
enough.
trials for apostates, no prisons, no mercy. There are only absolutes, so only survival matters. If the wilds have taught me anything, 'tis this. First, you must survive. Do you disagree?
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Like, it made sense that Flemeth is trying to not make you scared. So, yeah, let's see.
An enlightened view, or at least an agreeable one. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
Okay, is that it? Do we have any gift for you? Other than the book? Let's maybe keep... Maybe Wynne like some booze? Maybe we'll keep the booze for later. Or someone else. Who knows? Let's see.
I await your command.
Let's see if we have anything else. Let's try to go to see how far we are on our friendship. So the life in the wilds must have been very lonely.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
Okay. Did they speak back?
Don't be foolish. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
What happened then?
Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
Oh. But you're just a child.
And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
All right, that's fair. But well, they made you stronger, didn't they?
They did indeed. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Well, they might have. But okay, so let's see how we go with our companions. We have like a 31 warm. We have like a 31. Wow, that's okay. And Wynne is still neutral. And Morrigan, 49 warm. Nice. Okay. Let's discuss a bit later. maybe when you know more things about the Grimoire. But me and Morrigan are starting to getting along nicely.
Oh, it's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
Are you alright?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
Yeah, but there's still some life in those old bones, I bet. Yeah.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
Come on, we need you to kill some darkspawn. Yeah, that's those things. We still need you.
Oh, no. I'm not the sort of person that leaves things unfinished. I'll see this through, I promise.
Nice. Wait, let's talk a bit more.
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
Abominations. Actually, I guess those were the first that we saw, right? Yeah, I think so. So yeah, no, the ones that were the first I've ever seen.
The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
Yeah, that seems... Seeing the monster that you could be is unsettling for sure, yes.
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back, or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
Actually, I don't know much, so... But yeah, we cannot let them be simply because they might get better, right?
I suppose that old adage remains true. Prevention is better than a cure.
It's fair. I guess you didn't enjoy that part. Let's see if we have something more.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
Yeah, the short story. I met Tekken and he liked me. Yeah, I like this short story.
Ah, you are keeping this tale to yourself, I see.
Oh no,
Fair
but
enough. Forgive me for prying.
I would tell you. No. Wait. No. Well, I suppose I could tell you.
I am interested to hear.
I was cast out today in the Deep Roads where I met Tekken. Actually, I met Tekken before, but yeah.
You survived the deep roads and the darkspawn that dwell there? Truly, you were born to be a Grey Warden.
Of course. Oof. Actually, it's the hope of... No, actually, it's just not to. So I want to confront my brother, but I mean, it's not the thing that makes me go forward. I want to kill Darkspawn, so... so I prefer this life. I can sleep more soundly, it seems.
Take heart, dear friend. You survived, even when you were not expected to. We do not know yet what lies in store for you, or the name you carry. It is not so bad, is it, being a Grey Warden?
It is not. So... Yeah, I just hope that I can shoot a strength that can sign me. Yeah.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps
Hey,
it
how
was
do you know
meant to
about
be.
joining? You know a lot of things, Wynne. Nice. You know about the joining. So let's try one more.
I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
It's funny that when you start to talk with Wynne, She's always the one making the question. Funny. Huh. So, well, it means everyone's it's showing some respect, though. Actually, it means I've been chosen to do something important.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
Uh, I'm not sure if I understood completely, but I guess she's talking more like as a protector, but let's see.
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men, and you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus it is you who serves, not they.
That's a fair way to see it, so I suppose that makes sense.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
Yeah, well, many kings are tyrants, actually, yeah.
And the country suffers for it. If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome.
It's fine, Wynne. It's nice to have someone in the party that actually want to know more, and it's like the senior of the party. So thank you. Yes, we can be actually done for now. And actually, what do we have in the wine rack? Now that I remember about it. Okay, we have here some potions. Let's just store some wine for now. Now let's skip the wine. It will be fine. Okay, so with this, I guess we went around talking with everyone. We also had now that I see we have like something to use, so we can yeah, like I was saying, that we are strong now, so we can start to use some of the DLC stuff. This one was just yeah, 3 extra points, so bam bam bam, even stronger. So that's about it. Okay, I think we're fine on this regard. There was some traps. Actually, before we forget, let's buy some flasks.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat?
Yeah, let's...
A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Show me what you got.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Thank you. Yeah, so this guy is like infinite things of like crafting. But yeah, let's just get like 99 flasks. Boom. And maybe a couple of distillation agents that we'll use to make some better potions. So I guess 10. Yeah, this should be fine for now. I guess this is to use powerful poisons and traps. That's actually just a couple, like 5. And maybe some trap triggers. Not sure if we'll be doing this, but let's try if we are bored. Oh, we had some. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it seems about fine. Oh, and we have some things to buy. Do we have more capacity on the items? Guess not. What could we do? We have some tomes, but then we would be broke. So let's not buy them yet. Maybe eventually when we... Wait, sorry. What we have here to buy? You have some very nice helmet. And I guess that would be it. Again, do you have some... Okay. Cool. So we got some items, we checked that, so maybe now we'll just read some of the Codex and it will be like focusing the rest of the episode on the Codex entries, and then we prepare to go to our next destination. So let's do some of that, like Camp Codex. I guess this is fine, I almost save. So let's just go through what we have, and as so we go back to the quests before we move on, but let's check some Codex first. So creatures, we'll just go a bit through them. Yeah, we saw draglins the first time on the Magi Tower, right? So newly hatched dragons, size of a deer, and voraciously angry, live for a short time in their mother's lair before venturing out on their own. The slender wingless creatures are born in vast numbers, and only a few ever make it to adulthood. Interesting. We have golems that oh, I guess we saw golems on the Fade on the World of Dreams. So yeah, but we'll see more golems when you go back to Orsamar. And the Pride Demon, I think it's not sure if the Pride is the most powerful one, but yeah, I think it is. So Pride Demon, yeah, it's a strong demon. So let's not stay too much here. Items, we use the litany, right? So tries to dominate another with magic. So we used it to make the fight easier. We got an entry for the sword. Actually, I think I will read the sword. I never read it. It's a sword that we were using before. In the company of the monsters, we went down the empty wolf roads after the dragon to the lands where the ice is like steel. And there, oh, this is like a poem. I'm not good at these poem thingies. Sorry. So yeah, I guess actually after all I'll not check it. So, but the legend of the Blade Usaris predates Andraste, the sword that then found in the dragon's treasure hoard, which he used to slay both Fenchal and the werewolf, was passed on his son after. Okay, after. They may have been fiction, but after was fact. In 140 Divine, so this is the year, right? He led the Alamari tribes against Darkspawn that flooded into the Ferelden Valley from the Dwarven lands. He not only drove back the horde, he also defeated the combined forces of Emrys and Chassid. Victories, and he was named the first Terran. After years of ruling the valley in peace, it is said that the After left Ferelden, sailing into the unknown east of the Amaranthine Ocean, with the blade still in hand, never to be seen again. Okay, and that's the sword that we got. Magic in the religion. The Rite of Annulment, right? It was the thing that they invoked to try to destroy the circle, to kill all of the mages when the circle goes out of control. But thank God it was not needed. Circle hierarchy, I guess, tells about probably who's the boss, but we have the first enchanter, and yeah, not much there. History of the circle. Yeah, not feeling it, I'm sorry. It should be fine. Chantry Divine Age, some Trail of Astrus, Outlaw Magic. So I guess it's how it started, and then the Templars, they stayed there. Trying to major sharing to the exile, to no society, yada yada. Yeah, I should be fine. Then we have some characters, which is some more things about Alistar. Alistar is fascinated by magic, even if less defined by fighting his arcane manifestation. He was fond for strange runestones. Oh, I guess because this can update when we give certain gifts, right? We gift him a white runestone, and maybe that was it. Interesting. Well, Stan probably just says that he's dead. Mostly likely found it. Okay, so this is like the guy that we left in the cage, right? The Kunari, that we could have saved to join our party, but we chose not to, because he didn't seem that eager, but you can recruit them. Was surely the strangest thing the people of Lothering had ever seen until the blight struck. He remained in the cage to wait death and most likely found it. Yes. And then we have something about controls that we probably just ignore. Okay, it was regarding the fate part, so shifting between the forms. So I have a lot of things. Ooh, spell combinations, we didn't did any combo yet. Cool. So the first time we do certain combos, they will appear here. Nice. Yeah, actually, then if we are done with the codex, let's check what. So we did the completed quests. I guess we did one for the blight, which is the broken circle, and I guess this one, which was when we were in Lothering. So what we have now, so we have a companion quest, and Morrigan will eventually tell us if she found anything. On the Circle of Magi, we collected some pages, right? And it seems like there was like some book that seems forged. So if we found this page on, we'll keep an eye on him. So let's see if we manage to find him. Then we have like this side quest, which is from the Mages Collective board. So for the side quest, we have like the Mages Collective and the Blackstone Irregulars. That will be it, yes, for now. So places of power, we activated a place of power in the Circle Tower. For sure, nothing will go wrong, since it's a side quest, so we might as well. We also want to track down and stop some people giving false testimony about blood magic, and we give some notice of termination to some people that are some mages that they are no longer needed. I think it was the idea. 3 apprentices give each other. You'll find 2 of them in Denerim, so we are not there yet, and the other is procuring a slightly rarer item from Orzammar. So when you go back there, the Brothers Killer. So travel to Berkelion Forest and slay the Cabal of Maleficarum. Okay, sounds fun. And Berkelion Forest is when we go to the Elves. And Herbal Magic, bring 10 bundles of deep mushrooms to the Mages Collective. Okay, then just give mushrooms. I guess we have 6. And interesting. Let's see if it is worth. So for Blackstone Irregulars, we have similar ones, but so here is to make people join. So the letters of conscription to people in Redcliffe, Lothering that we already gave, and someone in Denerims. And Redcliffe is where we go to the Arl Iman. And here is the deserters that received the, I think are the ones that they had how is it called, the guild supplies, exactly, guild supplies. So we found the one on Lake Callum, which was the lake before going to the Mage Tower, and we'll have this in Denerim, and Tornus, the Frostback Mountains, is near Orzammar. So that will be it for the side stories. On the Korkari Wilds, and we will blade for the end. We have a testament that to give to Redcliffe when you go there. Cool. So the blight, we did the mages one. So it's missing, like we're saying, Orzammar to go back to the dwarfs. Nature of the Beast, which is going to the elves, and we have the Arlo Radcliffe to go to Arl Iman. So these will be our 3 options to continue our main quest. And we also have a 3 DLC. Can I wait? Magalhes route. Why is this one selected? Make active. Make active. Oh, nice. Cool. So yeah, basically this, and maybe we'll go to this Soldier's Peak. Is the one that the guy was in camp and talked about, like recovering a Grey Warden's base, which is called the Soldier's Peak, and Duncan told him that it would help him. So it could be maybe something that could be interesting to go next. Yeah, this one I think is to return to Orzammar, which will also be fun, but probably we'll pick this one first. Could be a thing. Yeah, I think we'll be either one of those two. Let's see. But yeah, I think with that actually we might as well end the episode. And again, like I was saying, either go to Soldier's Peak or to the Soldier's Pass, as I said. So that will be one of the two places that we'll probably go before we go back to the main story. So yeah, that's the plan. The next episode we'll start, make our party, and we'll also see who will be like. So when we leave, it's when you ask which party to get. We'll see which party we'll build, and then we go onto an adventure, right? So that's all for this one. So hope you liked it, and see you on the next one. Bye.